setting up the house for good shots and trying to do my little schedule in between, there's something to say about these minuscule shots and taking these little videos, these little clip-its here and there. And it just shows you that we've gotten away from the realistic content. Like, the realistic content is no longer there anymore, where someone just says their speech, compiles multiple days of just talking and things that they've learned throughout the days, rather than people just pushing out content 24/7. And I really don't want to be like that, you know. I've always wanted to be the type to kind of show you the realness of the BS that I go through during the day sometimes. Sometimes it's BS, sometimes it's great, right? There's things that I don't show, and there's things I keep personal, and those things you should do yourself. So keep a keen eye when you're watching this hyper concentrated, fixated content, to where it's multiple things in one day, where it's kind of ruined our perception of reality in general. Like, for instance, there's a billion things happening in the day that people can capture on a multiple day basis and compile it and compress it into one video. And we've gotten so far from that traditionality of just uploading a talking head video without a fancy thumbnail. If you don't have the fancy thumbnail, you don't have this or that or the sharp editing, the content's not there. And I really want to fixate on something. It's not that the content's not good. From what I've learned is I've wanted to document stuff rather than try to profit off of these things. And that's what I want to do here. I want to be able to look back on this and be like, oh man, my editing got really good. Or beyond that. I have some topics I just wanted to talk about. And keeping things simple. It's hard to keep your life simple when we're all over the place, right? I understand some people have X, Y, and Z things going on 24/7, and they don't have the ability to create content. If you ever want to get into content or create content, you don't need a fancy camera. I do have a nice camera, but you don't need it. You can start with your phone. I use my phone there for the longest time. And if you're just starting, use it as a documentation process rather than trying to figure it out and be like, oh, I need all these big editing tools, or I need this, that, right? Just use CapCut. Like, you know, some of their features are they'll require you to buy, but beyond spiderwebbing. Where has the realness in content went? And I want you to figure that out. Personally, where I think we've kind of fell is spiraling from truth. People don't keep realness in their video. What's real, right? What do you define as real? To me, what I define as real is sticking to your core truths. What do you believe? What are these values that are being projected out there rather than some AI regime just printing off of your attention? So here's my beliefs. I believe in Christ, right? I believe in Christ, remaining centered in Christ. And this is where you can find the realness in the world. That's where realness in content is. People fixating on a truth, the way, the truth, and the life, and sticking to that. Not necessarily basing their whole content format around it, or trying to objectify or concentrate and oversaturate something because they feel guilty, but rather transform their content and trying to bring people to the kingdom. And I think that's what's important. If you stayed for this long, I'm very thankful for you. My content, it's gonna be here and there, but for the most part, I think life's pretty good. And I enjoy my peace, and I'm very thankful for anyone and everyone that's tuning in. I recently had someone say they chimed into one of my videos, and it really meant a lot knowing that people actually observe from an outside lens, and they don't just see this random person, right? Sometimes you just see a random person across the screen and you're like, I don't know if I really believe what this person's saying, or you've met me, right? And to me, that's a connection that you just can't unbind. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what we're looking for in this world. We're looking for connections. I mean, personally for me, I look for connection every day. Even if I don't say it, I love connecting. And that's what these platforms are for. So anyways, I love you. And stay true to yourself, stay true to Christ. And I'm out.